Hi, this is Ameila and Elizabeth, and we are here with Michael from Helloween. Thank you for having this interview with us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, hi everyone.
So how's everything been going for you with COVID?
We've had amazing reactions on the new album that we've done, like that self-titled one called Helloween from 2021. And yes, we have raving reviews, and it's taking on proportions. It's growing, and there's like a huge buzz about the whole thing, at least for now. You know, it's quite possible that buzz will have died right after we talked. You know, then nobody's going to talk about us anymore. But for the time being, it's all looking extremely good, and I wouldn't want to know to what point that will possibly go.
And what was your writing and recording process for your new self-titled album?
We sat down, everyone, like whoever wanted, whenever anyone wanted to get started after the tour, or before Christmas, or after Christmas, or after New Year's. I personally started in February, and then I ended beginning of April. I thought, okay, now I got the 3 tracks. And it works that way that usually everybody has like his home studio equipment in whatever way. Like I just have it here on this one computer right where I sit, and then I got like a large monitor and some audio interfaces, and that's how I run stuff. Other people have like a studio, like a full-fledged one, where they can sit down and go like, okay, I'm going to write some mean tracks now, and I start with the drums. This is the way it goes. And so that's what everyone's been doing, basically, until they had some songs ready. And like the Darius, the one singer in our band, he would probably have had 30 tracks. And I had the same amount minus a 0. And then other guys had other numbers of tracks. But then we met in mid of April in a hotel in Hamburg, and we played those demos to each other. And so then we already knew what that album would be like, except for one, that was the Skyfall, that took a little bit longer till November of that year, 2019. But basically, we had all the tracks, and we were pretty confident. We were going like, so everybody has done amazing demos, and it's all sounding great. We have super melodies. It's going to be a great album, possibly. And that's how it went.
And your opening track, Out for Glory, is really powerful and really sets the tone for your new album as well.
Yeah, kind of like this. like when I go like that kind of powerful or else. Yeah, kind of like that. Thinking of the Wonder Warthog by whatever, I don't know. If you go for Wonder Warthog somewhere on a search engine, you're gonna find that old, image of the Wonder Warthog going like, right?
Yeah.
That's what I just had to think about then too.
And you used the original drum kit of Ingo in the studio, so what did this mean to you?
Well, it was, I think, Danny's idea, and so you can say there's like some heartfelt involved in the whole thing. Anyways, just to explain that a bit more, that particular drum set was used during the recordings of The Keeper 2, and it's kind of like a mahogany colored one. And he also had like a white one afterwards, which he used for the Chameleon recordings in the same very studio where that took place. Even though the studio's been renamed, but who cares? And then we put that mahogany type drum set onto the spot where supposedly he was recording with the white drum kit for the Chameleon. So that's the connection there then. And from what I understood, it was Danny's own idea to get that drum set from somewhere from the storage room of the flatmate of Ingo's from back then, who still had the key to the storage and knew where it was. And then they had to kind of like freshen it up some and oil the parts and everything to make it playable again. And then that sure is like, it's like, I'm at a loss of words for these things. Usually occur in my mind, like the words I need for something like that, what it's called, like.
And your new album cover incorporates a lot of the old album covers, and it's really cool. So what inspired this?
Yeah, that Cantor guy, we've been offered as like an artist for possible album artwork along with 2 other guys. But it was pretty evident right from the start that we went like, okay, this Cantor, he's just got it. He just knows how to do important album covers. Let him do ours. And then someone came, like the Darius, he spoke up and said, yeah, but I miss out on a few magic rings from the Master of the Rings. They could be on that cover as well. And then obviously the Cantor must have thought about it and said like, okay, if I cram all these things in there and they possibly want more, I better do like a landscape cover right away, and then I can like place everything what else they may want in there, and that's probably what would also happen. So there's like the Flying V spaceshipy thingy up there on the right, and some magic keys. There's like the horn blower of the Walls of Jericho. He's also there. Someone told me there's the Dr. Steen around somewhere, but I couldn't find him yet. I'm not quite sure if he's in there or not, or if that was just like an outright lie somebody told me. I don't know. But that's the cover. That's the cover, right?
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, good cover.
It's a good cover, I agree.
Yeah, most people say it's good, so there must be something about it.
Yeah. So can you tell us about your upcoming tour with Hammerfall?
I would like to know more, actually, myself, but that, as it stands, it's been announced for sometime in 22, and so all I can hope is that it's coming to pass as well, right? Because of what we have with, like, COVID restrictions and whatnot. So I wouldn't know, I'm not a politician. But I'm surely hoping for some divine intervention to make it all happen. And then when that happens, we go, right? And do it. And then it's going to be amazing, I suppose. Because like then you would have 2 amazing bands going out there, giving them people some proper wash up in their faces with some melodious power metal music or something. And I would expect that some people like that even.
And do you know what fans can expect from your set list?
We would possibly incorporate at least 3 tracks of the new album, from what I was told. I saw something with like 4 and 5 tracks from the new album where I have considerable doubts if that's ever going to be that way. But I would reckon that at least 3 up to 4 tracks would be in the playlist, and then we'd probably go out with like LED walls with like shiny, whiny motifs, things moving about and stuff, throwing some shape of form or whatever. And then, naturally, I hope it's all going to happen. Right, and we're going to have a look at what other classic tracks from earlier we can maybe incorporate in the set list. Making set lists is always kind of like a drag, and it's kind of difficult, and for that you have like a management or other people, outsiders close to the band who go like, look guys, why don't you play this other track you haven't played since 30 years? I was thinking of something like, I don't know, something from the Keeper 1 or so, something that the Kai Hansen wrote or so. The Michael Kiske said he would like to play that other track of his that we once played on the Live in the UK album, but I wouldn't know. It's just all a matter of like, talk it out and then go for it.
And you also have a Crack the Code in the new album, and you win a meet and greet and 2 tickets to any show, so that's pretty cool.
So then finally I know what it's all about. And that's what it's all about. Okay, good. No, but first they got to crack that riddle with a few numbers written in cycles or circles and all over the CDs. And then I've already seen somebody who had almost completed the right. That's the right term it's going to be. And I can only suppose what it may be with 3 letters missing. It was something quite extraordinary. I was like, oh, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Oh, really? That's cool. So can you tell us the answer?
Yes, I could, but, as I told you, I just, there's 3 letters missing, so how can I possibly know? Usually I'm able to combine things and gather something from what I see, and I go like, okay, so like in Jeopardy, you would go like, okay, this word must be, but no. Or yes.
It's an A. Yeah.
Maybe it's a northern A. That A with like a circle above, then that's pronounced R. That's an R. I don't know. I haven't seen, actually, I haven't seen an A in that solution.
And we're just going to ask you our signature question. So if you could have any band perform one of your songs, which band would it be, which song would it be, and would it be in your style or their style?
Oh, really? I would love Judas Priest with Steel Tormentor.
That would be cool.
If you ask me.
Yes.
But then, they're British and we're German, and it's like this. We have a lot of things in common, like they're from Birmingham and we're from Hamburg. So if you put that together, you have a lot of ham, right? And we could at least, agree on that. And then it's like I wrote that song for myself because I wanted to write myself my own Judas Priest song. And then I actually had like a dream about where I was going like with a tape or a CD, and I wanted to get to the Robbie Alford. I was going to here's like an old track of mine, I'd love if he performed that. But, the thing was, he was already gone. And then I woke up and I was in my bed and I had like a cup of coffee next to me and there was no Robbie Alford anymore. And a sad turn of events, so I wouldn't know if they would ever do it, like they don't have it necessary, really.
But do you all like ham?
Yeah, ham. It's debatable if one should ham or one should eat ham or we should get like all vegetarian or vegan or something.
Vegan
like
ham.
That, recently, voices occurred, where they said that no good eating ham or meat or anything of that.
Yeah.
It's like, you never know. I'm just going to do what I'm being told,
And what's your favorite memory watching someone else perform live? Can you tell us a story?
Regardless of what may be the question, I've seen Aerosmith when I was 14 years old.
Oh, cool.
In Hamburg, in kind of like a university, whatever playroom that was, where people would sit and listen to the professor, what he has to say. And that's why they did like lots of concerts back then. I also saw Gillan there, I saw Nightwing, whatever, but the first large show I've ever seen was Aerosmith, and they were playing Lickin' a Promise. And the walls were shaking, and they had like that huge equipment. They had like these cabinets stacked up, and then they had those LED meters running high, going like we're really loud. And I had like an upset stomach from the bass frequencies. I was sitting in the second row, and I was just listening to all of that, and then I was like, ooh, this probably was a little bit much for me being a young guy, being at a rock show for the first time in his life. That was really good. It was amazing. I was just like, this is sounding like something the Beatles would have done. Like, na, 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 na. It was amazing. And everybody was, freaking out completely. That was really good. Did that answer your question, or did I get it entirely wrong?
Aerosmith is amazing live.
There were other things. I went to see the Cruise, which was a Russian band during the time of Glasnost, when the Gorbachev was like president in Russia. And they were playing some stuff, and there were like all these musician police in Hamburg at that club, and they were all watching this Russian band who were coming over doing something that no one's ever seen. They made like a brilliant record by that time, and they were, I think, out for some kind of propaganda for Russia. And they were playing their stuff, and then suddenly they went into some balladesque part, and he was like singing, and they were playing and whatever, and suddenly everybody broke into tears.
Aww.
And I bought that T-shirt.
That's cool. Do you
Right.
still have it?
That was great.
Do you still have the T-shirt?
Yeah, I still have it somewhere, but don't ask me where. It's like I have too many of them damn T-shirts stacked up there, also like myriads of Helloween shirts. And that Cruise T-shirt must be somewhere in between there, but you can see it because I wear it in the booklet of the Master of the Rings album.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to too many band T-shirts. Well, can you ever have enough, really?
No, but then, I also try to find something else, like with ducklets on it or something entirely different that goes like seceding from the band thing, maybe with like something else on there. Or just like a little flower or something else. Or like a can of Campbell's soup.
Well, I have 3 band T-shirt drawers and 1 normal T-shirt drawer.
What are those bands?
Sorry?
What are those bands?
What are those bands in my band T-shirt drawer?
On your band shirts, yeah.
Kiss.
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith. Like,
I like that.
Elton John.
Approved.
Approved.
Yeah, I've always been like one of the biggest Elton John fans no one ever knew.
Oh, really?
But now they know.
Elton John is amazing. He's fantastic.
Yes, he's one of the bestest songwriters for rock music ever, I think.
I agree.
AC/DC.
I hold him in only the highest regards if he's not doing something in the background that I can approve of. But, as far as I don't know any about that, I would say he's like the best songwriter ever
I agree.
in that field. Apart from Paul McCartney, sure, right? Or like Freddie Mercury, or...
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Queen T-shirt in my drawer.
Okay.
AC/DC.
That's like the quintessential thing. Madonna. She used to be something. Yeah, I really like that Frozen. Frozen is like an amazing track.
Yeah.
Whoever came up with that, whoever composed or produced it, I mean, that was like a milestone in production or something. Has no bass. There's no bass on Frozen.
No.
Lindsay Schoolcraft from Cradle of Filth.
Right. I only know the Cradle of Filth's multi-band productions that go like, you have the bass, you have the middles, and you have like the highs, and they go like, and then there's somebody going like, yeah.
Well, what band T-shirts do you have in your drawer?
Really, I mean, too many, and I wouldn't know. It's just I wasn't so centric on bands, or just like I merely got what I could grab.
Yeah. Well, my favorite T-shirts are my Hellfest ones. Hellfest in France, Clisson.
All right. Yeah, I was thinking so, but I mean, was it possible that there was also Hellfest in Sweden ever? No, just France.
Up here.
We're gonna keep going as far as we can with this lineup. We try to keep it as good as we can, as long as we can, go wherever we could. We hope. Because, people told us we shouldn't break up or anything. That's what people say, so we try to stick to that.
Yeah.
Last question, is there anything else you would like to say to your fans?
Yes, I'd like to say thanks for all your support. we've seen a few more cities in Australia last time when we were there. And that was kind of interesting, to say the least. And so we felt honored. We enjoyed our time right there. And yes, I wanted to thank for all the interest and support. It may not be many yet, but on the other hand, we don't mind. We've just been there and we've done those things, and it's been great.
Yeah, we saw
And we can't wait to ever make it there again, if I'm not wrong.
We got to see you in Rockfest Barcelona.
Yes, Rockfest Barcelona?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, okay, we tried that.
Yeah.
We tried that. Don't we?
The same year Kiss were there. That's all right. Awesome.
Yeah, but that was, amazing. Like all these great opportunities there, during that tour, with like shows getting larger and larger and whatever. That was crazy.
Awesome. Thank you so much for this interview today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.